we're going to make pancit. Yeah, P-A-N-C-I-T. It's a Filipino dish. I've made it a few times, so I'm going to share it with you. You start out with one large, I like these, what they're called sweet Texas onions. I take one of these guys here, but you can use you could use a sweet onion, you could use whatever onion you want, but I like them sweet onions. And in the wok, I caramelize it, and then I add in, depending upon the amount of heat that you prefer, I use these Thai chilies. You can see them in a bag. They're frozen, and they're just green or red chili. I get them from the Asian market, and they are pretty hot. So just so you know they're pretty hot. But I put about 6 in this dish, in with that onion, and then I cook it together, and then I take it out of the pan. Over here, we've got a half of one of these bags of egg noodles. You got to use egg noodles, and they're cooked al dente, meaning they're not completely cooked, but they're 2/3 of the way cooked, let's just say. All right, and there's a reason for that. You don't want them soggy. So we go with the al dente noodles, and you let them rust. And then in this case, my protein is bay scallops. So I had a pound of bay scallops. I cooked them off in the wok. I moved my onions and that off to the side. I cooked my bay scallops off in the wok, and I got my noodles waiting. And now we're going to assemble everything, because I'm done. Really, the cooking's the hard part. And now we're going to assemble everything. And when we assemble it, I'll describe to you the remainder of the ingredients here. So we're going to fire the flame back up and mix these noodles in with the bay scallops. And we're going to throw our onions in there. By the way, this is enough food when you're done. This is enough food for basically 4 meals, 4 good-sized meals. And depending upon how much pasta you eat in one sitting, I can easily get 4 meals out of it for myself. And then you warm this through, and what that's going to do is that's going to cook the noodles the rest of the way. And if you need a little extra water, what I've done here is I've reserved some of the water from cooking the bay scallops in this pot right here. So we have some extra seafood flavor that bring along with the dish as required. And you just heat this through. It doesn't take too long. And then, when you're done heating it through, the seasoning is a mixture. They're thirds. They're 1/3. It's 1/3 fish sauce, 1/3 oyster sauce. This is a real high-end oyster sauce I found at the Asian market. It was the most expensive one they had, and it was still cheap. It was like $6 for this big bottle. And then this is Golden Mountain seasoning. It's the soy. Golden Mountain's just got its own unique flavor. I absolutely love it. So they're 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You mix it in a bowl, put it in a bowl, and you stir it up good, because the oyster sauce is a little bit thick. And then you just drizzle that over your noodles, and that is your salt, by the way. The Golden Mountain and the fish sauce is your salt. So, and you heat that through, and then this is 2 tablespoons of palm sugar. You get this at your Asian market also, or Indian store. But when you use palm sugar, it needs to be broke down. So I just put a little water in it, and then I turn the stove up just a little bit to warm it up. And that brings your sweet into the mix. So you got salty, savory, and sweet all in one. And then I just pour that over top. That's going to add a little more liquid, of course. And in this case, I think we're still just a shade dry. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's close. But oh, does it smell good. Just a real rich seafood flavor, aroma. It's just outstanding. And then the last thing I do, I don't believe in cooking the garlic in with the onion because it turns bitter as soon as that garlic hits the pan and cooks for almost any length of time. It gets bitter, in my opinion. So I like a lot of garlic. So I just took about 5 thumb-size pieces of garlic, and I use a microfile. Fantastic tool for the kitchen. If you don't have one, highly recommend it. And I microfiled my garlic, and I put that in at the end, and just get it through everything. And between the garlic and the seafood and the flavors are just mind-blowing. So if you want to give it a shot, let me know what you think. I'd like to get your opinion if you make this and how you made it, what you used.